Hey guys, what's up? Two Wheel Turban. Today I'm going to be doing a video on what my motovlogging setup is, because I've made a few videos where people are wondering, how exactly are you getting these angles? How are you getting the audio and stuff? And while there is a ton of videos out there, you know what? I was like, I guess I'll just show you my little setup so you guys can check it out. But yeah, so we'll jump into that today. So excuse the garage. It's pretty messy as you can see from there. But I'll show you guys what we got in the garage right now. It's not as full as it's been in the past, but we still have a pretty good amount of vehicles in here. I'll show you guys. So there's my dad's 2022 Harley Davidson Road Glide. Got the 2013 Kawasaki Ninja 636. Go check out my latest video if you're interested on this bike. This is a Facebook find. Let's see, what do we got? My dad's electric bike. My buddy's Kawasaki KX450, crazy bike, a lot of power. My 2014 KTM 300XC, absolutely love this bike. Just took it out on the trails yesterday, and man, there's nothing like two-stroke power and partially eaten granola bar. That was like from a few days ago. So yeah, and then I got this clapped out Yamaha TTR 225. Great trail bike for introducing people how to ride. Sadly, on the last ride, let's see if you guys can see that up close. This tire got completely shredded. It was kind of already going out from dry rot. And then, of course, the star of the show, my 2020 KTM 1290 Super Duke R. So yeah, as you guys can see, for this little garage, we got a little bit of bikes in here. Hopefully can fill it up some more, and then also sell a couple things like that Yamaha and then that 450, and need to sell the Ninja also, get the money out of that one. But yeah, so today let's jump into exactly how my motovlogging camera is set up. All right, guys, so the first thing that I'm going to show you about my setup is my helmet. Prior to running this Shoei RF1200, I always ran Icon Armadas in the past, but I kind of wanted to go towards more of like a reputable brand, Shoei. I want to eventually go to a Rai or some top AGV helmets. But yeah, so this is the helmet I got. It's a Shoei RF1200. I believe they've updated to the RF1400 now, but I got this one for a pretty good deal. And one really good thing if you're trying to start up a motovlogging channel, it's kind of good to pick a really well-known helmet that has, good reliability, good testing, because one, you want to keep your head safe, but at the same time, it makes setting up the rest of your motovlogging kit much easier. And so probably one of the best accessories when setting up any type of motovlogging kit is you want to make sure your mount is set up to where, one, it fits super well on the helmet, and it's just very compact, streamlined. You don't want extra things hanging out, weird mounts and all that, because when you're riding at speed, you don't want any weird wind noise and just any extra drag. And so the first thing I'm going to point out for my setup is this chin mount. This is the GoPro mount from the company Chin Mount, and man, I'll show you guys this up close and you'll see why I love it so much. All right, so this little piece right here is going to make your motovlogging journey, or, even if you're not going to make YouTube videos, you just want to make videos for yourself, this is what you're going to want. You're not going to want to, grab the GoPro mounts and set up some weird elaborate, like this piece there, that connected to that angle there. Trust me, I did that when I first started, and it just looks ridiculous and is not as functional as this. Because chin mounts, they make the mounts where whatever angles you have on your helmet, you can see there's a little bend here. It comes to a crease, a bend. It's perfectly, fitted. So let's see if we can focus that for you guys. So the adhesive has full contact. Whenever you try to use GoPro mounts, they're more, universal type mounts. So they're never going to fit properly. And you don't want that to be an issue. Say you're going over 100 miles an hour, or you want this to stay in your helmet for a long time. You may run into issues if you're throwing on a mount that isn't specific for the helmet. So yeah, that's one thing I'd recommend first right off the bat, is try to pick a helmet where chin mount supports that mount. And then after that, I recommend, pretty much any of the newer GoPros. I would say GoPro Hero 7 and up, because they have a lot of the stabilization features, just higher quality. You can get different frame rates at just different resolutions that some of the older generations really don't have that ability. So yeah, I really like this GoPro Hero 7. The only issue with the newer GoPros is you need to get this adapter. So you're going to want to get this overall adapter case on Amazon. You can see the brand right there. But this slides in below the GoPro, and this allows you to use a 3.5 millimeter mic to plug in to this adapter, which then it's kind of dumb, but the adapter is what actually plugs into the GoPro. And GoPro deleted the 3.5 millimeter jack, so you need that kind of that middleman there. This is a little middleman piece where your mic setup plugs into, which eventually plugs into the GoPro, and that's how you're going to get your audio. So once you get a 3.5 millimeter microphone off Amazon, you don't really need anything special as long as it runs to a mic that looks kind of like this. I believe that's a Sony mic. And you just have to route it. You just take your pads out. So you take your cheek pads out. Take this pad out. Oh, wow. I didn't even realize. Is this? Oh, never mind. That's not that. But yeah, route the wires underneath your pads and then get that little mic piece to stick out, right in front of it. And try to get a thicker dead cat. That's one thing I'd say. Get a better dead cat than this because you're going to run into wind noise issues, which I do very frequently, and I need to get a new one actually, so content is better. But yeah, so that's where your mic is going to run, and you can see it's just held there by this screw to the mount, and you're going to want to keep an angle that is, see how the GoPro is not up and it's not fully down? I would say slightly down because you have such a wide angle lens on those GoPros. You want to kind of get you controlling the motorcycle. That's what makes it pretty interesting for the viewer. You don't want to just get, the high part of riding and what's way out in front of you. And then you also don't want to get what's right below you. You kind of want a nice balance where people can see you riding and then also what's up ahead. Yeah, so once you get everything set up, I recommend just going for a couple short rides, not necessarily trying to talk the whole time, just throw in some couple ideas here and there, but focus on riding at first, and then eventually as you try to talk more while riding, it's going to become more natural and not become as much of a distraction. Because if you just go out there and you start trying to talk about something you've never done it before while riding, it may lead to you not paying as much attention as to what's going on up ahead with traffic and all that. So yeah, start off on some back roads and stuff like that if you're going to try talking while riding, because then eventually, over time, I found myself being able to ride in pretty dense traffic, still being able to talk, but of course you're still not going to be as proficient as if you were just fully focused. But yeah, that's pretty much my motovlogging setup. It's very simple, and you can do it pretty cheaply. If you already have a helmet that Chin Mounts makes a mount for, I think this mount was like maybe $25-$30, I forgot, somewhere around there. And then this Amazon case, I don't know, $15. The only thing that was kind of expensive was this adapter. I think that was maybe 40 or so. Then get your mic, maybe $15-$20. And then I say go on Facebook Marketplace. Don't even buy a GoPro new. Just look for an older Hero 7 Black, Hero 8 Black, and you're probably going to be all in on a motovlogging kit for who knows, $3 or so $100. If you already have the helmet, you can do this very cheaply. And if you're not even going to make motovlogging, it's actually a great insurance while you're riding around. It kind of functions as a dash cam, essentially. So if you're riding, someone causes an accident and, how are the police going to know who to take the word from? Well, if you have a GoPro running, you got all that on footage. Pretty good, cheap insurance policy. And if anything cool happens during your ride, you can go home, rewatch it, relive it. So yeah, I've always liked kind of riding while recording. Makes riding more entertaining. But the most important thing is just to go out there and ride. And if you want to record, this is my personal setup. GoPro Hero 7 Black, running a chin mount, running a Sony 3.5 millimeter headphone jack mic, running the GoPro adapter for audio because these newer ones require it. You can see it plugs into USB-C here. And then the 3.5 plugs in on the other side of the adapter. Then after that, all you need is, you got your micro SD, upload it to your computer, start editing, making videos. But But yeah, guys, if anyone was ever curious, not the most interesting video, but also a little update on what the garage is looking like right now. But if you see any bike in here that you really want to see some content or specific content, let me know down below. I haven't made anything with this or that. Yeah, none of these bikes have been on the channel yet. So hopefully we can get some trail videos with these. That's actually something I need to do, is set up a new dirt bike vlogging setup. But yeah, guys, if you have any questions about my setup, anything you feel like I left out, leave the comments down below, and I'll be more than happy to help you guys with that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.